What's up, guys? I just wanted to show you guys the inspiration for the deck that I made today. Obviously, uh, the Mickey Mouse that I got inspired me to try and put together this Amethyst steel deck. I wanted to show you what I did here. So starting off, as always, we have our 1-drops for the deck. So we're going to have a play set of Magic Broom. I was considering switching in the Diablos instead of the Magic Brooms, but I think that they're more important due to the fact that they can combat aggro a little bit and they can still draw cards. I've seen Magic Brooms handle aggro matches really well, so I wanted them to be able to do that. The next 1-drops that I have for the deck are obviously in Amethyst, Chernobog's Followers. Just another good card against aggro and also for card draw. So really efficient in that regard. I'm running 12 1-drops, so it being Amethyst Steel. The next 1-drop that I subbed out the Diablos for because I feel like they're more efficient is Mickey Mouse Food Fight Defender. As a 1/2 with a resist 1, you'll see the synergy that he plays out really well with in this deck. But as a 1-drop capable of staying on the board for a little bit and potentially being a threat, I think he's a really good combo for this deck. For the 2-drops that I have, I'm running a playset of Cuzco. Cuzco also has another synergy in this deck that works really well. Obviously, running like the Diablo, he draws a card upon death. Does what Amethyst does best, and I think he's good in the 1 slot here. The star of this deck, of course, following the Enchanted, is Mickey Mouse Inspirational Warrior. The 1/1 that when he challenges and banishes a character, you get to play a character for free. This deck is all about synergy around this card and other cards, and you'll see that come up. I'm only running 8 2-drops in the deck. Oh, that's wrong. I'm running 9. So this is a little bit of spice that I have that I think you guys are going to have a lot of fun with. The Imperial Bow. 2-cost, inkable, so if I don't need it for particular decks, it can go in the ink. I can exert it, and with 1 ink, I can chosen hero character gains Challenger +2 and evasive this turn. So the Mickey Mouse is a hero. So with this card and an extra ink, I can turn Mickey into a 3/1 with evasive, and he can challenge most small things and hit them for the exchange of another character. Only running 1 of these. Going into my 3-drops, I'm obviously running Merlin Crab. Super important for the combos in the deck. He buffs up the Cuzcos, he buffs up the Mickeys in the beginning for the 1-drops, and he definitely buffs up the 2-drop Mickey to turn him into a 4/1, allowing him to sweep a lot of the stuff on the board for the exchange. And obviously Merlin having his enter and leave play effect is really big. A little bit of spice for this deck here. I've got the Tinkerbells. Tinkerbell synergizes really well with the Crab too, as well as becoming a 4/3 that can hit evasive targets, so she can take Genie off the field and other threats like that. Just a strong card altogether. Taps for 2 lore, so if there is no answer to evasive, it gets around a lot of stuff and starts gaining lore quickly. The only location I'm running in the deck are the 3 libraries. Libraries kind of speak for themselves. Give me extra card draw, harder to take off the field, gain that passive lore. And if they're not necessary for the deck that I'm playing or I have to play a little bit quicker, I can obviously throw them in the inkwell. Running the typical Amethyst playset of Friends on the other side. A little bit of extra card draw for Amethyst. Works really well with a lot of the cards that I have. Crab can sing it. A lot of stuff can sing. It's just good. And here's another spice for the deck that I think you guys are really going to like. Last Ditch Effort. uninkable, takes the place of Brawl out of the Ruby deck. Exert chosen opposing character. Then chosen character of yours gains Challenger +2 this turn. So I can actually force a character to exert, give the Mickey a +2, give anything really +2, give the evasive for Tinkerbell +2, and then force the challenge. But being able to force the Mickey challenge at a 3 is almost guaranteed to have me swap a character out, which is awesome. For that extra card draw and the extra evasive buff for the Imperial Bow and Last Ditch Effort and Crab, we're going to run 4 Genies. That presents me with a 5 evasive potential to take out Shark if I need to. Also draws a card, just a great card to have. Only running 3 copies of Merlin Goat. Big body, 4/3. Being able to get him up to 7 with the crab and stuff is also really good. So I think having the goats is kind of essential. And then for the spiciness of the deck tech, running 1 Magicka Dispel, obviously inkable, but if I'm going up against discard or people who are going to wheel, she stops Whole New World from discarding my hand. She stops discard in general, and I feel like running a 1-off instead of a 4th goat is probably a better position to be in for this meta. Instead of running Dragonfire, since I'm not playing Ruby, I'm going to run 2, and then Along Came Zeus's. Targets anything with 5 damage, can hit locations. Just a great card to have in Steel, so definitely running 2 of those. You saw the little Tinkerbells earlier, so I'm running 3 of the Big Shift. Just a great card for the meta right now too, especially with all the aggro out there. If you don't know what it does, it shifts for 4, and when you play this character, it deals 1 damage to each opposing character, which is fantastic. And then during your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, you may deal 2 damage to chosen opposing character. And with Crab, you can ramp her up to 7 to take out pretty much anything heavy. Just a great card to drop, and if I can get the Mickey to exchange her, even better on turn 3. This is a new exciting one, running in place of Beef Prep because of all the heavy attack I have in the deck and the capability of doing it. We're running 4 Restoring the Crowns. 1 ink cheaper than Be Prepared, exerts all opposing characters. Whenever one of your characters banishes another character in a challenge this turn, gain 2 lore. So the idea is to play it, get everything tapped, and smack it with a couple things and hope for the best. Try and get the lore off of it. Any exchange is worth it because you're gaining lore. To me, I feel like it has the potential to be stronger than B-Prep in the right situations, so I'm really excited to see how this card plays out. Running a 1-off of Ursula the Sea Witch Queen. She's inkable, so if she doesn't see play, she doesn't have to. However, just a great card to drop in place of Mickey, especially on turn 3. Whenever this character quests, exert chosen character, and other characters cannot exert to sing songs. Really, really strong play against particular decks, especially discard, Steel Song, obviously. Anything that shuts that down, and she taps for 3 ink with or 3 lore with a heavy body. So really, really good 1-off in the deck. And then the final card, which is inkable, but is the Mickey combo that I'm hoping for. Goofy, Night for a Day. 9 ink, so barely ever going to be played hard-casted, but hopefully a trade-off for Mickey. If not, he goes in the Inkwell. And if he manages to hit the field, he's a 10/10 that taps for 4 lore. That's disgusting. Just a card that has to be removed as quickly as possible, and definitely synergizes well with a lot of the decks. He does, for whatever reason, get the buff from the bow to make him evasive, because he is a hero, so he can strike at evasive characters. Just a nasty answer to Maui Shark if you have to go that route. But just really, really fun to see if this combo pulls off. There's 61 cards in the deck. That is my Amethyst Steel homebrew, and we'll see how that plays out.